Hey, what's up guys? Joker here. Today I wanted to talk to you about headphones. People are always asking me, well, Joker, what headphones are you wearing in this video? What headphones are you wearing in that video? So today I'm going to go over a couple of pairs of my favorite pairs of headphones, as well as a really good new headset that's kind of new on the market and something that I've been using recently as well. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Now, for the longest time, if you've been watching my channel, you'll have noticed that I was wearing the California Headphone Silverados, which is a really great pair of headphones. I actually picked these up last year on sale on Amazon for around $35. I actually picked up 4 pairs of these because they were so cheap. Because when they originally came out, they retailed for around $200 to $300 from California Headphones. After their successful Kickstarter, they had released these headphones, and they, had gotten some decent critical success. But the problem was they were really expensive, and a lot of that cost came from the high cost of just building them, since they were made out of steel and real leather. So they had a really high cost of manufacturing. And that cost was also getting passed on to the consumer, and they didn't really feel like, I guess they were getting that back in terms of how they were sounding. They sounded good, but maybe not $300 good, but they were built really, really well. And I guess they got into some financial trouble, and they sold off the last of their stock last year right before their website closed down in January, and I was fortunate enough to pick up quite a few pairs of the Silverado headphones, which I absolutely love. They're great. They're built really well. They have 50mm premium drivers in there. They're steel and real leather, so they're just built like an absolute tank. And they have a cloth cable, which is something I'm not amazingly fond of. It does have that little bit of feedback that comes out up the cable, but other than that, really good pair of headphones, and I've been wearing them for quite a long time. And only just recently did I start using a new pair of headphones, which are the Fisher Audio headphones that I actually got on my trip up recently to Mayflower, because they started recently selling them on their website. And if you want to pick up a pair of the Fisher Audio headphones actually through them, you can go ahead, use the link down in the description below and use my code Joker. When you check out, it'll save you a few bucks, and I'll get a couple bucks kicked back to me at the end of the day. No, I'm not being sponsored or anything for this, but just so you know, if you do use my my promo code when you do check out, you'll save a few bucks there on your way checking out. But looking at the Fisher Audio headphones, these actually have a 40mm driver, and they're completely handmade, these ones. You'll notice that in the headphones that I tend to use, I like, and the products I use, I like a lot of like good quality built products, and these are definitely that with the Fisher Audio. They're hand built in Russia. They're made out of like this really nice wood design with an open back on the headphones, which is definitely a change of pace coming from the California Headphone Silverados, which are completely closed back and definitely have an emphasis on the highs, whereas coming over to the Fisher Audios, they have the open back and they have more of an emphasis on the lows, really warm lows, which is definitely something that has I think helped me a lot in gaming situations. Especially, I've been playing a lot of Rainbow Six Siege recently, which I've talked about quite a bit on the channel. Having that open back on there really helps to open up the sound stage. And even though gaming may have been the last thing on the mind of Fisher Audio when they were designing this particular pair of headphones, it actually benefits gaming quite a bit having that open back. A lot of gamers seek out these audiophile open back headphones specifically for gaming and things like FPS, where positional audio really matters, because you don't really need to go out and buy like 7.1 simulated surround. You've got 2 ears, you've got two speakers. That's all you need, 2 and 2. You don't need 7.1 or anything crazy like that. You got 2 ears, 2 speakers, you're good to go. But having that open back on there is going to give you that nice positional audio. So when you have footsteps or things going on, reloading of weapons going on to the front left of you, or upstairs into the top right of you, or downstairs below you, you can hear all of that thanks to that nice open back design that they have on the Fisher Audio headphones. So it was really good for things other than gaming too. Even though it was for music, movies, absolutely fantastic. I love listening to music on the Fisher Audios, just as I did listening on the California headphones. I definitely noticed more strongs here with the lows listening to music on the Fisher Audios, but I could also rock out. I was listening to a lot of Marilyn Manson recently for whatever reason. Recently, I've just been listening to a ton of Marilyn Manson, and it sounded great on the Fisher Audios, great on the California headphones as well, and also on the other product we're going to be taking a look at today, the Creative H5 gaming headset. And this is something I actually got recently to check out for you guys, so I kind of wanted to give you a rundown on it here today. And it's actually a headset that I'm kind of fond of. If you look at it, actually, it's quite familiar if you're familiar with the Kingston HyperX Cloud 2s. it definitely takes a lot of its keys for its design from that particular headset. And to be honest, they chose a good headset to mimic if that's what they were after. And it really takes a lot of notes from it as far as the aluminum sides here coming down from the cushioned headband onto the nice big plush over-the-ear ear cups. And it does have a closed back here. It does have a semi-open. It has like a really small opening up at the top of the ear cup, but for the most part, it's really is a closed back. When I put this on, I really can't hear anything else in the room. But with something like the Fisher Audios, a true open back headphone, I can really hear the entire room around me. So if you're in a really noisy environment, something like the Fisher Audios may not actually be for you. If you are in a noisy environment, you may want to go with something like a closed back headphone or a headset like the Creative H5s here, the Creative Sound Blaster H5s here. So one really good thing about these, though, is that they actually are full analog. So you can go ahead and plug these into a DAC if you want to. Problem is, though, if you want to use the microphone, you're going to need a DAC that has a microphone in as well. And right now, the options on the market are fairly limited as far as DAC amps are concerned, with a microphone in as well as headphone out on the actual DAC amp itself. Creative actually does make their E5, which has a microphone in, so you could use something like that, but that's like an additional $200 you're going to have to factor in there. So if you don't have a DAC already on hand, or DAC amp already on hand with a microphone in, then you're going to go ahead and have to use your front panel audio on your PC case, which I've talked about in the past is not really ideal. It's not something I seek to do. I like to use an external DAC amp on my desk. That's my preferred option when I'm wearing a pair of headphones. But it doesn't stop this from being from a pretty damn good pair of headphones with a good microphone built into it as well. The microphone, I would say, is actually on par with something like an Antlion mod mic. You've seen people buy those before. They're like $30 to $50. It's actually a really good mic. You can grab something like that and put it onto a pair of good headphones. If you go out and pick up a good pair of audiophile headphones, you could put something like the Antlion mod mic on there. And this is really one of the first mics I've come across that is actually quite close to the Antlion mod mic as far as how good it sounds. I actually ran a quick sound test, which I'll go ahead and cut to now right here so I can give you guys an idea of how the microphone sounds on the Sound Blaster X H5 headset. So this is me running right now off of the Creative X5 headset microphone, and I'm actually recording this right now on OBS through TeamSpeak. So TeamSpeak has a playback method, so you can play back your microphone so you can see how it's going to sound to other people. Now, this is the reason I wanted to test this way, for the reason of is that this is the main reason that you would use a microphone like this, is if you're trying to communicate with your teammates in a game like Rainbow Six Siege, like something I've been playing a lot recently, something you want to communicate with your teammates, you'd be using a headset like this. So that's why I wanted to test it through TeamSpeak, since that's how most people are probably going to be hearing it. You're not going to be buying something like this ideally to be using for like doing professional audio recording or YouTube commentary. Really, if you were really buying a headset like this, I would really hope that you're just buying it to communicate with other people, because you want something out of the sheer convenience of it, and not necessarily to use as a professional headset. But it does actually sound quite good, and I have the door open behind me. I have that happening for a reason, is because the washing machine is actually running just on the other side of that door. So I wanted to see if you guys would be able to hear that here in the audio recording that is coming straight through TeamSpeak and into OBS, which is recording the mic only going through TeamSpeak. So I wanted to see if you guys would hear that. I just heard the washing machine kind of bang on right there. So I don't know if you guys heard that or not. We'll see what happens in the final audio recording test here when you guys hear it back in the video. So there you go. You got to listen at the microphone on the Sound Blaster X H5 headset. Pretty darn good microphone, if you ask me, especially if you are going to be doing a lot of communication on TeamSpeak and things like that, and you want a convenient headset option. This really is one of the better ones out there, and it's pretty comparable, with the Kingston HyperX Cloud 2, which you can get a little bit cheaper right now. Those are around $100. These are around $130, as these have really just come to market, so they are a little bit pricier. So it's really going to be your choice. At the end of the day, I don't have a pair of the HyperX Cloud 2s on hand to test, but these are a really, really good option right here at $130. Good microphone, good sounding audio as well inside the ear cups. I did think the ear cups on these were a little bit shallow, if I could be honest, when I first started using them, and they would tend to warm up my ears quite a bit, because my ears were actually making contact with the cloth that is right over the drivers on the inside of the ear cups. Oddly enough, on the Fisher Audios, those, the driver is exposed on the inside of the ear cups, but it didn't bother me as much in that case because I guess I felt the ear cups on those were a little bit more comfortable, at least for my ear specifically. But with headsets and headphones, things are always going to be really subjective. So what I might like at the end of the day, you may not like. So it's always best to try to get out and try as many of these options as you possibly can. The best I can really do is just pass along my experience to you guys and let you know my feelings on this. And right now, as far as headphones are concerned, my daily drivers are the Fisher Audio headphones that I got from Mayflower. They're just great, really comfortable. I love the coiled cable design that they have on these. They are available in a coiled cable as well as a straight cable design, depending on what you want, but I found the straight cable got a little bit more tangled, so I like the coiled cable design on this. Really reminds me of like an old house phone on it for whatever reason, but it's a really nice quality rubber coiled cable. Really love the length on it as well, good length on it. Just really good all the way around. The Fisher Audio headphones has a nice warm, deep bassy sound and really comfortable as well at the end of the day. It adjusts the size of your head. When you put it on, it adjusts as soon as you put it on, but really comfortable. I can wear these things for hours without having to complain about the weight of them being on top of my head. The California headphones, it's something I had actually gotten used to, but it does take something getting used to because they are really heavy. It's a very heavy pair of headphones, so it's been kind of freeing in a way, switching over to the Fisher Audio, so maybe that's why I've decided to start using those more and more recently, because they're both pretty close as far as the level of quality in the sound. It's just really a matter whether you want that treble or you want that bass. Are you about that bass or are you about that treble? Because if you're about that bass, then it's the Fisher Audios. If you're about that treble, then the California Headphones Silverados would have to win out, in my personal opinion. And then if you really just want the convenience of a gaming headset, the Creative X H5 analog headset is also a really good option with a damn good mic paired along with it. So I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here, guys. Don't forget to go ahead and check out all of the appropriate links down in the description below, over to Amazon for the California Silverado headphones, which you can still find. Even though they've gone out of business, you can still find them on Amazon, but the price has gone up considerably since last year when they were going out of business, and as well as the Creative Sound BlasterX H5 headphones over on Amazon, and over on Mayflower Electronics. If you want to pick up the Fisher Audio headphones using my promo code Joker, you could save yourself a few bucks on a pair of headphones and get a really good quality pair of headphones while you're at it. But I will catch you guys next time. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and yeah, I will catch you soon, later, and stuff. Ta-ra!